Hey, Posse Vibes, kinfolk, Chef Beno here, and welcome to another episode of Midnight Vegan. Za! Alright, kinfolk, for tonight's dish, we're gonna make some polenta. If you don't know what polenta is, it's something like grits. It's made from cornmeal. But we're going to flip the script a bit and make polenta peach biscuits. Oh, it's going to be really good, yo. To go along with those biscuits, we're going to go ahead and slice up and bake some zucchini and turn it into bacon. That's going to be so fire. We'll saute some kale for a side, chop up some sweet potatoes and some peppers for another side, and then to top the whole dish off, we're going to make our own apple jam made from these apples, some chia seeds, and a little bit of honey, yo. So, hey, let's get ready to chef it up. Za, za, za! So what we're going to do first is chop up our zucchini. Now if you have a potato peeler, this might be a little bit easier, but you can do it with the regular knife as well. We're just going to cut off our ends. These are already pre-washed and soaked. Make sure you're washing your veggies and fruits out here. You can never be too safe. What I'm going to do, I'm going to cut it vertically. Kind of give it a thickness too, because as we bake it, it's going to get thinner, you know. So I'm gonna do some thicker slices of bacon. It's gonna be really exciting. Typically when you some of the recipes I have found that use zucchini and turn it into bacon are using a additive like date sugar to kind of give a coating to that. We're gonna forego doing the coating element. We're gonna still use our seasonings, mainly some liquid smoke, some cayenne, some paprika, some salt, garlic, and pepper, and we'll go ahead and coat that the zucchini with all of that, and then throw it in the oven on a baking sheet. And that's gonna give us these nice slices of bacon that are gonna go right in between our polenta biscuits. And voila, we have our zucchini bacon all sauced up and all peppered and herbed up. Got that little bit of barbecue sauce in there, just a tad bit of cinnamon, the liquid smoke, the herbs and seasoning. And so yeah, we'll throw this in the oven for about 10 minutes. So considering we're already gonna bake our zucchini in the oven, I thought why not go ahead and chop up these peppers, these onions, and these sweet potatoes, throw them in one of my baking pans, and bake them along with the zucchini. That way we kill two birds with one stone. So we'll go ahead and add these in. I'm gonna chop about half an onion, these potatoes up, and these peppers, and they're gonna make a nice delicious side with this. We'll be using olive oil, a few more herbs, salt and pepper obviously, and those will be easy plug and play. Zah. Alright, bet. We got our medley of sweet potatoes, peppers, and onions right now. So what I'm going to do, so I don't mess up my bacon dish so much, I'm going to add a couple of tablespoons of this grapeseed oil to it, and then a beverly of herbs. So what we have here on our herb side, we're going to do some lemon pepper. Loving the lemon pepper. We're going to do a little bit of salt and herbs. Throw that in there. What else we got here? Oh, we got some cilantro. Cilantro is a great herb for anxiety. Cuts that anxiety out. And then we got some basil right here. Put just a little bit of that basil in there. And then some herb sprinkling from Bragg's, which I really am a big fan of. Has a couple different things in there. Red chili pepper flakes. And the last thing, of course, is the nutritional yeast, which for us vegans is a main source of B12 and good protein. So put that all in there. We'll mix it all up. Get it nice and coated and covered. Yeah, that's looking good. It's looking good. And then we'll go ahead and throw this onto our copper pan. That zucchini bacon's been sitting in that little bit of marinade for about 10 minutes. And so they both can go in at the same time. We'll cook these probably for about 30 minutes. Like the zucchini I said, that's going to be no longer than about 15 minutes. So, boom. Shakalaka. Alright, let's get it cracking. Alright, so I got my oven already. Buzzed at me at that 400. We got our sides here, our peppers and our sweet potato and our zucchini. And let's go ahead and throw these in here, yo. Y'all don't be making fun of my small kitchen. I'll be putting in work in this kitchen. There. Alrighty. And we'll set our timer for about 15 minutes. And we'll see what's working with that. Alright, next, what should we get cracking? Let's get the polenta cracking because we need to let that cool for a little bit to make our biscuits. Za. Alright, so for our polenta, like I said, we're going to make some peach polenta. So what I'm going to do first is just saute up or broil me some peaches. I got me over here a small pan with a little bit of oil in it. What I'm going to do with this peaches, I'm going to add a little bit of seasoning, probably a little bit of nutmeg and some allspice. And we're going to do this so they just get a nice flavoring to them. So we'll put those in first while we wait for our water to boil. Now I'm going to make 2 cups of polenta. So I've added 5 cups of water, and then I'll add 1 more cup of coconut milk once I start to pour the polenta mixture into the boiling water. But in the meantime, as we wait for the water to get boiling, we'll go ahead and just hit these peaches real quick with some nice seasoning and some heat and some oil. Za. Alright, so I've added 2 cups of polenta with the 5 cups of water. I've added 1 cup of coconut milk, and I've turned it down when it starts to thicken. So this is looking good. I'm really a big fan of polenta. It's quick and easy for those who are time restricted. So you can just whip this up in a few minutes. Our peaches over here, yeah, they're smelling good. They're smelling good. With this polenta, I'm not going to do too much to it. I'm going to add a couple of seasonings. Outside of our salt and pepper, I might put a little bit of onion in there. You know, and a little bit of, what else do I got in here? Yeah, some little bit of ginger. Just a little bit of herbs to really break up the colorway more than anything else. This, of course, is going to be our biscuit, so it doesn't need to be too extravagant. The peaches and the spices we added to those are really going to make this whole thing pop. So once this begins to thicken, you add your coconut milk. You can add almond milk. Any type of milk you want to add. I'm allergic to nuts, so I stay with the coconut milk. But I'm also going to take a trick out of one of my favorite animes. Y'all ever seen Food Wars? That's my shit. So mom's always be grabbing me some cool little vegan snacks. What we got here is these coconut crispy rollers. But what we have is what's left since I ate the whole bag. But we got these crumbs. And they just, oh, they're so good. So I'm going to add those to this polenta on top to kind of give it a unique palette and flavor way to really bring out that coconut in there. Oh yeah, man, this is gonna be so fucking delicious. I'm super excited. As I'm smelling it, I think I'm gonna add a little bit more salt and pepper. What else do we got over here? To kind of break it up a little bit and give it that flavor that we're really looking for. But that's already looking super good. Meanwhile, while we wait on this, peep game. Oh, that zucchini smelling good. And peppers and sweet potatoes looking good. You know what else I'm going to add to this polenta is some more nutritional yeast just to boost our protein amount. As vegans always got to stay up on our protein. So add a little bit of that to it. Yeah, this is getting good and thick now. Tell you what. And that nutritional yeast has a cheesy kind of flavor to it. So this could almost be like a Parmesan polenta, you know. There's some more ideas for you to kick around as you're doing your own home cooking. Yeah. And with these, them peaches need a little bit longer. I want them nice and soft so they just fold right into this polenta when we put it together. What also you can do is, you know, chop up onions, scallions, peppers, anything like that to add to the polenta, just to advance the flavor palette or really just to break up the colors like I love to do. But this needs a few more minutes and we're almost there, baby. Zah! All right, let's see what this polenta is talking about with those little coconut crumbs in there. Added that nutritional yeast to see if it has the right flavor. You always got to taste it, baby, to know it's right. Okay. Word. Texture-wise, I wanted it a little bit creamier, a little bit smoother, so we're gonna add a little bit more coconut milk to it, or a little bit more water. And then with these peaches, they're about ready to go. They're looking nice and warmed up. Okay, bet. These peaches is looking good. They tasting good. So go ahead and throw the whole lot into our polenta. Polenta just opened up and took it like, yeah, baby. There we go. And then we'll mix it all together. Yeah. Man, this smells amazing. There we go. So once I got the distribution of peach to polenta perfect, I'm gonna go ahead and turn this eye all the way down. Let it sit out here and cool for a second, and then we'll pour it into our Tupperware containers and put it in the fridge. And then it's on to the next thing. Woo! It's hot. It's hot. Vibe. So what I've done, I've taken this little Tupperware container that I have, I've coated it with some oil. That's going to make it easier for us to get the polenta out later on. And then I'm going to pour the polenta in here. I'm going to put the lid on top of it and put it in the refrigerator for about 15-20 minutes or so until it gets hard. And then I'll go ahead and cut out our biscuit shapes, and then we'll be done with that element of it. Then it's on to making this apple jam and sauteing up some kale, which, you know, just like making greens, these is fun and easy to do. So, alright. So we got our polenta in there. That's looking good, man. That's looking good and smooth. You know, I gotta taste it. Let's see. Yep, that's a winner. Oh man, maybe another little taste. Just a little taste. Yum 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 yum. All right. We'll go ahead and put our top on that, and we'll put that in the refrigerator for a while. And let's see how our zucchini bacon is doing. I left it in for a little bit longer, just to make sure it gets a nice crisp coating to it, but it smells fire. All right, while we wait for everything else to cool out and simmer down, we're gonna start making our apple jam. So what I've done here, I've taken about 3 apples, so about 2 cups worth of apples. I've chopped them down. You can also take them and put them into your blender if you want. I'm going to forgo that because I want it to be a little bit more chunky with this jam. We're going to also take some chia seeds. These chia seeds are going to serve the purpose of a thickener, so we won't have to use pectin. I know some people use sea moss gel as well, but we'll just use these organic chia seeds. And we'll use some local honey. So we'll do about 2 tablespoons of honey, 2 tablespoons of chia seeds, and we'll mix it in with our apples. And we're going to take these apples, we'll put them in a small pot, about medium to high, cook them until they start to really break down, add our honey, and then add our chia seeds to let it thicken. So yeah, let's make some apple jam. Oh, of course too, we got to add the cinnamon, baby. Apple cinnamon jam to the gang. For real, for real. Zah. All right, so we'll go ahead and put our apples in here. Already got just a little bit of oil in there. Turn it down a bit. Running a little hot. Sparking and burning myself with oil. Nah, man. Hey, on another note, I hope y'all having a wonderful night. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for tuning in. Positive vibes. Always remember to eat good, kinfolk. Eat zud, kinfolk. Because that's what's going to get us through all of these crazy times. Indeed. So I'm going to leave that in there. I'm going to let that cook down for a while. I'll mash it a bit. And yeah. Meanwhile, let me show you this zucchini bacon. Boom, yo. My oven's a little slow, so I had to leave it in there longer. And I wanted some crispy and some a little bit more thick, like a thick slice of bacon. But let me go ahead and see what this is talking about. Ooh, it's hot. Oh my God. This tastes so fire, y'all. Let's try it. Whew. Nice and crispy vibe right there. Kind of burning my finger. It's okay. I'm strong. Let's see. Okay. Winner. Whoa. Oh, yeah, man. Whew. That's just delicious. Okay. Boom. So we got our bacon done. I know our sweet potatoes and peppers are done too. So as our apples are cooking over there, we'll go ahead and work on our kale as well. Here are our peppers and our sweet potatoes. Those are looking amazing. Delicious. Then our zucchini bacon. Fire. Oh yeah. Let's see. Apples are almost getting there. Still not ready for the chia seeds yet. I wanted to break down a little bit more. But over here, we got a little bit of oil in the pan. We got our kale all chopped up. And we're just gonna throw that in there. Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. And I'm gonna add a little bit of my favorite seasonings. Got a little bit of ginger here. Splash of cumin. Salt and pepper. There we go. And we'll put a little lid on top of this and we'll let this cook down some before we add our vegetable broth to that. Zah. Yeah. Those apples is looking about proper. I done mashed them some. So now I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons of chia and let that go for a little bit, for about 5 minutes, and then we'll let the whole thing cool by itself. All right, our kale is looking good. Now I'm gonna add just a little bit of this low sodium vegetable broth. Turn it down a bit. And the vegetable broth is to keep it tender. And we'll let that go ahead and cook for just a little while longer. And then that will be ready to go. Meanwhile, over here, we got our chia seeds added in that. We'll give that a few more minutes. Whew, it smells so good. And then, yeah. Let's see, we just pulled out the polenta. Ooh. Yeah, that's pretty solid. Let's go ahead and cut these. How satisfying. And this way. There we go. And we'll get the edges as well. This also is a great dish. Adding lemon or blueberry to it. Yeah. I chose peach because alliteration. Peach polenta just sounded good to me. Bet. All right. Ooh, let's see. Yes. Let's pull it out. And now what we're going to do after we pull it out, we're going to hit it on the stove on both sides a little bit to crisp it up some. And then we'll have our biscuits ready to go. And here we go, folks. Our dish for the weekend. What we have is 2 polenta peach biscuits topped with apple cinnamon jam, a couple of slices of avocado, and just a dash of sriracha. Over here to our right, we have 3 slices of zucchini bacon. We have our baked sweet potatoes, onions, and peppers, and we have honey glazed kale. Man, I can't wait to dig in. Zah, zah, zah. On Posy Vibes, kinfolk, you know me. I'm about to dig in, yo. Let's see what this biscuit tastes like. Let's get some of this jam. Get a little bit of peach in there. Bon appetit. Stop. Wow. Okay. Okay. Hey. Y'all already know what it is, yo. Pair that with the bacon and this honey kale. Let me see what this kale talking about. Oh my, wow. I'm gonna put honey on all my kale from now on. Hey, y'all already know what it is. Thank you so much for tuning in to Midnight Vegan. Holla at me at the Midnight Vegan or at Zoid Ham on Instagram. If you live in Denver, Colorado, go ahead and place your order and I'll deliver it right to your doorstep this upcoming weekend, yo. In any case, have a beautiful evening, yo. And wherever you are, keep rising and keep shining. Positive vibes.